Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today. This is the biggest news day we've had for Black Ops 4 Zombies so far, surpassing release. There is a lot of very interesting things to talk about, so let's get right into it. For the first story today, I wanted to give you guys an update on the lead story from yesterday's daily news update video. If you haven't watched it, definitely give it a watch. It'll give you some context to what I'm about to talk about. But the long and short of it is I was provided with a very interesting image that appears to show an in-game model that was the clothing that Primis was wearing at the end of the Revelations cutscene located within Black Ops 4. Some people down in the comments were saying, hey man, this actually might be related to Blackout and has nothing to do with the actual zombies mode itself. I thought that was a great observation. We went back to the source and said, hey, is this actually located in a Blackout folder or is it specifically for a zombies map? After a while searching through the files, loading up various maps, checking for the asset, if it's not there, moving on to a different map, then loading up Blackout, checking if it's there. Well, ultimately the process was confirmed, and this is going to be interesting, that this asset is exclusive to the map Blood of the Dead. So that kind of ruins the theory that it has to do with the map Classified, but we might be seeing a cameo from the Revelations ending cutscene somehow, some way in Blood of the Dead. Whether that's going to be a playable character, whether that's going to be at the end of the Blood of the Dead cutscene, we don't know so far because we haven't completed the Easter egg, but that's definitely an interesting development and confirming that it is associated with zombies for Blood of the Dead and not for Blackout. Now moving on to our second story of the day, major progress and eventual completion was done today for the Voyage of Dispair main Easter egg. The main Easter egg was completed by a team of Voyage456, Smartguy316 and BeeBat, working through the trials and tribulations of plowing through this main Easter egg over and over again, trying to get it done. They went through an over 20-minute boss fight in order to actually complete the egg, but the main story that's kind of coming out of this is the amount of crashing that has been happening within Black Ops 4, specifically related to Easter eggs. As you might expect, this has not only affected you guys at home, I'm sure you've had Black Ops 4 crash on you a bunch of times in zombies if you're anything like me, but also some of the biggest zombies YouTubers, which resulted in situations like this.
And it crashed.
Where's the controller? Old trusty.
That's an RIP in the chat for J456's controller. He went on to get redemption by completing the boss fight, but I think the ultimate crash reaction coming from this Voyage of Despair Easter egg hunt has to come from Codename Pizza and his team, where this happened.
I don't know if it's worth it because we're spending a lot of time on this. We're probably going to crash this game anyway.
Great.
Oh my god.
Cheers, Jeff!
When people say don't jinx it, now you kind of know what they're talking about. You talk about a crash out loud and the crash gods will make it happen. But fret not, reinforcements are coming soon. Treyarch is aware of the issues, tweeting this out today. Zombies players were aware of the instability issues currently affecting the Easter egg quests, and will address these in a major update coming soon. Treyarch is looking to release a major title update for Black Ops 4 later this week that should address most of the crashing issues. But if you actually notice, we got a minor update for Black Ops 4 today, in which on the consoles they addressed a UI error caused by losing internet connection in split screen, and specifically on PC they addressed an issue that caused hellhounds to exhibit some very undog-like behavior in zombies. Yeah, I'd say so. This is what it looked like. Those doggos definitely aren't okay, and they're basically just like a cyclone of damage if you get near them, but then don't move if you don't. Luckily, this issue is solved, and we can put this bug in the bank of hilarious glitches to occur in zombies in the past. Now moving on to our third story of the day. As you guys must know by now, we have found the boss fight arena for the main Easter egg in Blood of the Dead. This is what it looks like. We were speculating on how you'll actually get to this boss fight arena, whether you'll be teleported or there is a direct route. I wasn't specifically able to find a direct route in the past, but that has now changed. A user over on Reddit named CJA001 made a post. He reminded me of a tactic that we used in theater mode all the way back in Zombies Chronicles to get out of Naktarun, Toten, and Varuk, to explore the map beyond the boundaries, and when doing that, this is what we found. That the barred door within the spawn room of Blood of the Dead conceals a secret entranceway, a passageway that once you enter it, there's a zombie spawn to your right. You go up the stairs, there's another zombie spawn up there, and then there's 4 yellow lights on the ground with some electric wiring attached to them. This secret room, which actually might make for a pretty decent holdout spot, is directly connected to the boss fight arena by this metal door. So we assume that once you get to a certain step in the Blood of the Dead Easter egg, the door within spawn will be unbarred. You can open it, the secret room will now be open, you can walk up the stairs, maybe you have to do something, maybe all stand on those 4 yellow lights. If you're solo, you only have to stand on 1, that kind of thing. The door will open in front of you and you'll be transported to the Blood of the Dead boss fight. If you're interested in more detail about that fight, I posted a video earlier today checking out some recent developments found within Black Ops 4 that suggest we know exactly what that boss fight will be. It's a mega Brutus. You can check the link down in the description or click that eye icon once you're done watching the video. There's a whole lot more news to get through, I can assure you that. So moving on to our 4th story of the day, the man of zombies, Jason Blundell, the lead developer of zombies at Treyarch, went ahead and did an interview with an outlet called VentureBeast, where I kind of picked out some of the most interesting parts where he's talking about Black Ops 4. The first thing that I thought was interesting was that the Black Ops 4 round limit has been increased to 1,024. So he doesn't think that anybody will probably ever get to 1,024, or at least he said it'll take them a long time. But that is one incredibly high round. Hopefully people don't crash before then, because that's a known issue. The next quote that I found very interesting, it concerns the future of Black Ops 4 zombies and things that they're going to add into the game for free. Where Jason Blundell said, quote, "Even meta systems, which are going to be rolling in regardless of whether or not you have the Black Ops Pass, we're changing our mentality of how we're approaching it to give you more ability to unlock skins and calling cards and all this other fun stuff." So far in Zombies, we can unlock calling cards, we can't unlock skins. So it seems like here Jason Blundell is confirming that we will be able to unlock skins for zombies in some kind of, quote, meta system update coming in the future. So that's awesome. And another meta system update that he kind of alluded to here is going to be the factions system. You can choose to enter as a certain faction, play zombies, complete quests, and receive narrative awards. We talked about that earlier. It's going to be added to the game for free for everyone at some later date. And lastly, we can't talk Jason Blundell without talking his Treyarch tendencies, where he said, quote, "Obviously, by playing the game, you're making that chemical Nebulium plasma. We like to use tricky words to tongue-tie people. Not today, Jason. Not today. Nebulium plasma is what you earn by playing the game, which then you can spend to get rare elixirs within the laboratory of Black Ops 4 Zombies. Though I gotta say, at least from a business perspective, Nebulium plasma definitely does not sound as interesting as getting liquid divinium. Honestly, I'll kind of miss liquid divinium just because it sounds so damn cool. And wrapping things up with our final story today, I told you there's a lot of stuff to cover. I want to highlight a Reddit post made by Rodin Chief over on Reddit, who said, "This is my polished version of the HUD." I don't know about you guys, but the HUD in Black Ops 4 seems pretty darn cluttered to me. There's a lot of stuff on the screen concealing your viewing space. This doesn't really look so clean. Rodin Chief uploaded this image over on Reddit of his updated HUD, of what the HUD he thinks should look like in Black Ops 4, and I cannot agree more. This looks clean, it looks polished, exceptionally less cluttered, and I'm sure Treyarch can add some more stylistic elements to maybe tailor this kind of HUD to each zombies map so that maybe Classified will look different from a map within the Chaos storyline. I love what he did here. Hopefully Treyarch sees it and gets the hint. A new HUD, a less cluttered HUD, would make this game so much better. But that wraps up today's Mega Zombies news update, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash that thumbs up button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're covering zombies each and every day, wrapping up everything that happened within the community. All the sources we use for today's video are linked down in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. But I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news update tomorrow. Peace.